Ladies and Gentiles, crocodiles and reptiles, I've come to address you. No, not to undress you, but to address you as to why Christopher Cucumber sailed across the Mississippi River with the Declaration of Indigestion in one hand and the Star-Spangled Banana in the other. Wait, that can't be right. Janice, I think your history's messed up. Are you one of those historical revisionists? Your history's screwy. Wait, is that really what happened? Hey everybody, welcome back to This Week in the CIF Week 5. As always, let's kick it off with some highlights. Friday Night Lights in Sioux City, where the new look storm come a-visitin'. First play, the Tasmanian Devil slings the rock to Lenwood Joyner to start the point extravaganza. Later in the first, new Storm quarterback Devlin Isidore throws to new Storm receiver Sheldon Augustine with some magical juju. Things get chippy early where boxing becomes the event at Tyson Events Center. Early second quarter, Bandits up 5. Taz finds Joyner again for the hat trick. Isidore playing catch-up throws it high for Torrance Carr Young. Touchdown. Later it's Taz hooking up with bouncing off the board and turf, but LaMarcus Thomas doesn't touch him down, and the franchise takes it to the house. Wowee! You think that was cool? Devlin Isidore plays Superman, but gets punished by a dude called Slugger. Is he gonna get up? Oh, fired up. Billy Regans finishes the drive. We got a game at the half. Second half, the D stiffens for the Bandits. Xavier Spann with the interception that turns into points. Sioux City crowd getting loud, so Billy Regan says, I'll run through a fella and go all the way for a house call. Y'all quiet down up in here. We don't talk about rules. Well, he wants talked about because he says, oh yeah, Regans, I wear number 2 as well. Getting fun in Sioux City. Storm trying to claw their way back. Torrance Carr Young gets skinny for a hat trick of his own on the day. But it's too little too late for the Storm, and when defensive lineman Claude Davis gets a carry for the tutty, you gotta show it. The Storm looked better, but still winless as the Bandits get back to their winning ways. Let's get tropical in Topeka as the Omaha Beef stop in for a visit. Beef up 10-0 early as the Tropics find out quick this defense is stiff. Stephon looking for Sean Thomas instead finds Trey Dudley Giles for the pick. Ensuing drive, Tommy Armstrong finds Drasante Dorton. 17-0 early. Second quarter, Armstrong finds Travion Samuel going crossfield as the Beef go up big. But look at Lorenz Stephon's stance. He means business, heaving a bomb and making a sensational touchdown as veteran Julian Walker. Paul Ortiz from downtown at the buzzer. Swish. Drops the tray for the stakes. Second half, Dylan Van Boxel in a quarterback spins away from the sack and finds Max Novak. Agent Zero gets 6. Tropics attempt a 4-point PAT and Sean Thomas finds 4 points. Tommy Armstrong used to throw passes to Mike Tatum in Nebraska. Now, Tatum throws plays at Armstrong in Nebraska, and it turns to points for Devonair Conliffe. Van Boxel responds with another TD to Max Novak. Tropics trying to stay in it. The Beef start displaying run game as Chris Perry bulldozes his way for a touchdown as the Beef would have a fourth quarter to remember with stout defense from the genius of Kaiser, a stiff run game, and scoring 3-point PATs at will, and Trey Dudley Giles getting his second pick, this one for 6, to add salt to the wound. Kaiser is pumped. Beef win big. Tropics allow 60 points for second straight week at home and fall to 0-4 on the season. Omaha remains undefeated. Let's go to the blessed land of Wyoming, where Titus Bowl 1.0 is in session. Late first quarter, the Outlaws exchange falls to the ground, and Garrett Pendleton is gifted with the recovery and a return for the touchdown for a 12-0 lead. Kerry Laughlin tries to rally the troops back. Joel Shaw responds by working his hat off, literally. I didn't know he looked that good. So they put in big boy Gooden at fullback, making a hole for Shaw to finish the drive. Mike Pena, the gunslinger, finds his favorite Carrance Higgins for a tutty, but Roderick Jarrett is like, "That's incomplete. I broke it up, man." Pena later says, "I kind of like that Higgins fella. Have another." Higgins gets 2 in the first half. The defense says, "Hey, we can make as many touchdowns as the offense," as Deontay Jones strips the ball and takes it the other way, firing up the crowd and Coach Walker. That's straight up G. Thomas Newman quickly redeems himself with a touchdown snag, but Pena says, "I want to give Carrance Higgins a first-half hat trick." Mazel tov, buddy. Second half, he says, "Let's start giving Mike Cornelius some tutties." There's one, but the defense says, "We're not done scoring." Devontae Wright takes the fumbled snap to pay dirt for the team's third fumble return for a tutty of the day. Gillette's offense trying to outscore Gillette's defense at this point when Pena says, "Cornelius, gotta catch you up to Higgins. Have yourself another." Jamario Benson in at quarterback. Outlaws trying to come back. Benson finds Bautiste for the touchdown, but that would be it as Gillette pours salt in the wound with a play they did last week, screen pass to Jalen Jefferson with the same result, a Mustang beatdown. 73-28. The Mustangs sit atop the CIF standings at 4-0, while the Outlaws drop to 2-2. Sunday night football, Salina Liberty at Rapid City Marshals. Liberty game plan, feed Tracy Brooks. Pays off early on the score. Coach O gives some love to kicker Jimmy Kozalski, who kicks the ball so hard it breaks the ribbon board. Kick with fury, Kozalski. Ex-Storm quarterback Taj Tolbert throwing for the Marshals hits new receiver William Kirksey. Marshals driving, but it's picked off in the end zone by C.J. Jones. Gerard Evans puts it up high, and new receiver Mo Strong comes down with it. Kozalski's kick makes it 14-zip Liberty. Marshals run a read option, and Adrian Johnson says, "Screw it, I'll just tackle you both." He should get 2 TFLs for that play. The Marshals were struggling bad enough. The Gillette Mustangs got a quick 14 on them without even showing up. Tolbert puts a drive together, finding Waheem Bird to the 1, and then trips left, a great call, puts big man Shea Roberts in the end zone for some rare Marshall points. Tolbert gets a tush push from Charles Brooks, and the Marshals are on the comeback. Javonte Johnson in at quarterback for the Liberty puts it up, and Mo Strong pulls in another TD. Flex him. Taj Tolbert zips a TD strike to Darius Cody. Marshall's still in it. Gerard Evans back in the game. Scrambles for his second rushing TD, 35-18 Liberty. How would Tolbert respond? From his own 5, he finds Kirksey. Next play, it's Kirksey again. 2 plays later, Kirksey. Whoop! 10 catches for the new guy. Trying to come back, the pass is sniffed out and picked by the Predator. Dontre Matthews, his second on the day. That would seal the 42-18 victory for the Liberty as they move to 3-1 with a date versus Billings next. Next, we have the Wichita Regulators at the Cedar Rapids River. That's not right. April Fool's was Saturday, Janice. What do you mean it's not a script? It's a letter? Dear Ducon, dated April 1st, 2024. 2024 is going to be awesome. Just know that you're much more of an idiot now than you will be when you get here. Oh, shut up, future Ducon. Let's just get back to some real games. Next, let's get into some previews for Week 5. We'll start with the Kansas rivalry of the winless. The 0-4 Topeka team leaves the Tropics for the Cimarron as they take on the Southwest Kansas Storm, with my man, Marquise Robinson, looking to bolster that defense. This game might be way more exciting than the records show. One of these teams is going to get a win. Will Lorenz Stefan start at quarterback and the offense get rolling again for Topeka? Will Devlin Isidore create big-time magic? This looks like a back-and-forth seesaw battle in which I think the home team will finally give the crowd something to cheer about in a nail-biter of an offensive roller coaster. Next, the Billings Outlaws go to take on a team trying to defend the crown. The Liberty are still averaging 55.5 points per game and have weapons galore on offense. Billings' defense really struggled last week, but if the offense could keep from fumbling the ball, they'd make it a decent game. I'm looking for the passing game to improve for the Liberty and them to come away with a 15-point victory. The game of the week, the Battle of the Undefeated. Which defense is better? Which team will display more discipline? The argument of the CIF's best team is about to be settled. This could be a defensive slugfest for the ages, a bloodbath in the slaughterhouse. Will we eat beef or will we eat horse? No vegans allowed. Give me a low-scoring affair where the home team squeaks it out by a measly point. Don't hate me, Gillette. You guys have my respect. Last, a band of bandits come riding into town while marshals try to keep law and order, having lost bad to outlaws before. Tolbert and company trying to get the offense relevant and the defense coming off their best performance of the year. The high-flying bandits lead the league in sacks and are hungry for more. Will the Marshals give them a fight? They did for one half earlier this year. I'm taking the Bandits in this rematch, but a little closer game in South Dakota. Sioux City by 14. You can catch all the upcoming games live on YouTube. There's bound to be some good ones. All games can be watched live on YouTube, but you know what's better than that? It's getting your tickets and going to the arena, because there is a special energy about going to a loud arena and everybody cheering. And you know, we live in a really dark world and a lot of hatreds out there, so I just want to remind everybody, give a little smile, share some sunshine with someone. Get out there and just give some good old-fashioned positivity. Let's get out there and share some love with friends and family. Let's get out there and just reach out to coaches, players, owners. Let them know that you love them, that you appreciate what they're doing, because that's what the CIF's all about. It's about a family-friendly atmosphere. So we should all be family and we should all be friendly. That's the best that we can do. Right, buddy? Right. Woohoo, woohoo. Do you like the CIF? Yeah? What's your favorite team? Who do you think's gonna win? Huh? Just remember, guys, he who goes out to find a friend will never find one, but he who goes and looks to be a friend will find friends all over the place. If you throw your love out there, after a while it comes back to you increased in 100-fold, and that is my arena football statement. Can you say bye? Bye.